afternoon. If you wish to remain silent or answer no comment, you may do so, and anything you do say will be used as evidence in the court of law. Interview begins at 12:37, conducted by Chief Inspector Anderson. May I take your name?
Are you not happy with Anderson?
Your name, for the record.
Oh, yes, of course. Twanky.
First name?
A widow.
Occupation?
Launderer. Oh, not that kind. I look after other people's dirty washing in my laundrette. Usually celebrities, yes. I look after Bridgens and the Crankies and all the sporting stars, of course. The Beckhams, the Federers. I do all the important politicians as well. I used to look after Donald Trump's star-spangled banners until very recently. Even the Prime Minister sends me his dirty laundry. And as you can imagine, there's quite a lot of it, yes. He rang me up the other day, in fact, the Prime Minister. He said, Widow Twanky, when I sent you my underwear, they didn't have holes in.
What did you say?
Oh, I just said, well, how did you get your legs in then, you baffled Morlock? You see, the problem with him...
Tell me about the recent events.
Oh, the recent events. Yes, of course. Well, first I was... Oh, hey, what are you doing? I was in full floor then.
You can't just burst into song.
Of course we can. This is Pantoland. We can burst into song any time we fancy. Pantoland. It's all glamour and all glitz. Random singing, random hits. Couples falling in love so swiftly. We burst into song any time we fancy. It's quite often a handy way to cut through a backstory.
Just tell me, in your own words, what happened. The business with the lamp. The attack on Mr. Abanazer.
Oh, very well. Once upon a time, miles and years ago.
Thursday, 26th of December 2019, to be precise.
Oh, yes, that day. Well, Christmas time is always very busy in the laundry. I had the 7 dwarfs coming round to drop off their smalls. King Rat wanted his costume squeaky clean, and Snow White's evil stepmother was coming round to have her cheeks ironed. But our Aladdin, he was in a foul mood. He kept saying he was homesick.
Our records say he was at home.
Yes, and he was sick of it. He kept saying he wanted to go out for a coffee, but everybody knew he just wanted to bump into Jazz Dilly-Dally, the debt collector's daughter. I said he wasn't allowed to go out until he'd done his chores.
What chores?
Oh, thanks very much, I'll have a gin. Anyway, things are very difficult for me in the laundry ever since I lost my husband.
What happened to your husband?
He was lost, love. He was lost in a far-off land. Lost in the exotic East.
Cairo?
No, Droylsden.
Droylsden isn't exotic.
No, it is to the east. And now I'm all alone. All forlorn. Just a washed-up old widow woman. People normally say, oh, around now.
In his statement, Mr. Abanazer told us you're not a washed-up widow woman, you're a man. A manipulative, misleading minx.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, I haven't seen Abanazer for a very long time. Not since I lost my, dick.
Your dick?
Yes, my dick. My husband. Dick Twanky. Abanazer was his brother, my brother-in-law. Moneylender. Swine. Anyway, he comes round the laundry saying that we owed him 10 years back rent, and if we didn't pay him immediately, he was going to repossess everything. The washing machines, the dryers, even my lovely neon sign that said Twankies. And he goes and gets himself a ladder and he starts taking down the lettering of the sign one by one.
What did you do?
Well, I suggested he didn't start with the T. I was procuring payment for 5 washing machines that she would use to purify her putrid punter's pants. The commissioning of a ridiculous neon sign that she would use to entice scuzzy, slimy showmen to have her service their smalls. That's when she first attacked me. She said that if poor little people like her weren't forced to borrow cash off rich moneylenders like me, then my kind would actually have to work for a living. She accused me of cashing in on other people's poverty. She said that I was charging exorbitant interest rates and that I should be ashamed of myself. She said that I would have my dough in a day or 2, and until then, I was to do one.
What happened then?
Well, that's when she first attacked me. First of all, she pressed an iron onto my forehead, then she poured a bucket of water down my trousers, and then she forced me through the mangle.
What did you do?
Well, I folded.
And this lamp? This battered-looking lamp that could bring fortune to the poor? Have you got it?
I had it.
Have you still got it?
No. Dr. Booth gave me some cream. It's going down.
The lamp.
Oh, the lamp.
Mrs. Twanky told us that son was kidnapped and forced, against his will, into a lock-up garage on the outskirts of Manchester. He was then instructed to seek an old and battered lamp. Kidnapped by a gentleman fitting your description, an evil, powerful man who practised the dark arts of voodoo.
Ha ha ha! Nonsense!
Well, I have to say I have seen the photo of it. You do remind me of that man.
What man?
The man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
I do what?
Remind me of that man.
What man?
The man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
I do what?
Remind me of that man.
What man?
The man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
I do what?
Remind me of that man.
What man?
The man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
I do what?
Shut up! You're accusing this widowed woman of assault, Mr. Abanazer. You're telling us she has stolen your property. That this old battered lamp of no important significance belongs to you. And you're willing to drag her through the courts to have it returned. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Righto.
I want you to behave yourself.
Righto.
I want you to tell the truth.
Righto.
Why do you keep saying righto?
Because you're standing on my right toe.
How do you explain the CCTV footage with you and Aladdin Twanky, recorded on the 24th of December? The two of you were outside a garage in Droylsden.
Yes, well, the lock-up was a store for pantomime paraphernalia. Carriages, pantomime horses, costumes and the like. Dick, my brother, and I would hire these things out at Christmas time.
In the CCTV footage, you seem to be instructing Aladdin to rub his buttocks on the wall. Why?
Well, Dick coded the retina scanner before he disappeared. I explained to Aladdin that he needed to wipe his retina on the scanner. Aladdin isn't the sharpest tool in the box. I had to explain to Aladdin that the retina was in his eye.
I see. That would explain his humping of the brickwork.
Quite. Then the door opened and Aladdin went inside, but the door closed behind him and I was locked outside. I asked the simple-minded, thick-headed idiot to use the handle on his side, but he said he didn't have a handle on his side. And then he scurried off to steal my lamp.
The magical lamp.
Oh, just an old dusty lamp of no significant importance, perhaps some sentimental value.
The footage also shows a detonation of fireworks shortly after he went inside. Smoke, a large bang, a plume of sparkles and what looked like fragments of carpet shooting into the night sky. You know it's illegal to store fireworks without a licence. Local people were terrified and want answers.
Well, look, I think what the public really want to know is this woman, Twanky, is a menace to society. And if I did happen to break the firework code, it was in a very limited and specific way. Now, that's really all I have to say on that. And then he crashed in through the laundry window on a rather fancy Persian rug.
So Aladdin had the stolen lamp in his possession when he finally landed home?
Oh, no, love, the lamp's not stolen. The lamp's been in our family for generations. Let me cut a long story short. Now, the first person to own the lamp was one of my distant relatives, Gertie Goose, and she passed the lamp down to her daughter, Dame Donna Kebab. Her son, Sinbad, was turned into a monkey by an evil magician, and the lamp was lost. But don't worry, the lamp came back into the family. It was owned by two of my distant cousins, but they were only babes, and they lost it in the woods. You'd think that would be the end, but don't worry, another one of my relatives found the lamp. She was a local girl, all dressed in rags. But don't worry, she married a handsome prince, and they all lived happily ever after. She passed the lamp down to her daughter, Aurora, but in turn she was bewitched by another evil baddie, and she slept for 100 years, so the lamp was lost. But don't worry, my ancient relative Ada, her talking cat, Puss, sniffed the lamp out. She passed it down to her daughter Ida. Ida worked in the circus, which was very convenient because the lamp was stolen by a huge giant. And he took it to the top of a rather large vegetable. Then the lamp was handed down to my relative and grandmother, in fact, Glinda, and she took the lamp all the way to Oz.
She was Australian?
No, love, she wasn't a Pacific Rimmer. No, she was swept to Emerald City by a mighty tornado.
Presumably your mother then got it?
She did, love, yes. But Dr. Booth gave her some cream, and it went down substantially. And Vaseline will never cut it. I find that cream works on all of my boils, and Are you all right, love?
Yes. What happened next?
Well, next the lamp was passed to me. The lamp is magic. The lamp gives the bearer 3 wishes.
3 wishes? What did you wish for?
Well, first of all, I wished for my dazzling looks. And then I wished for the body of a god. Buddha is a god, you know. They could have gone for Ganesh. Oh, and a small, medium, modest amount of cash.
Cash? What did you do with the cash?
Oh, well, let me tell you, I'll get my piano. As you all know, I'm not a greedy woman, but that said, I thought my life would always be spent washing undies in a grimy laundry. But thanks to the magic that our genie friend did, the condition of transition is rather splendid. Some are happy with a little less grime, a little less scrubbing, a little little free time, a little less rust, a few more frills. Some are happy just to pay the bills, but I'd be happy with an Aston Martin. A racehorse would be good, a huge bag of diamonds, a penthouse in Hollywood, a private jet to my private island, a brand new nose and teeth like Ryland, a suite at the Ritz and the suits are fine, a bath full of Bollinger, a ski lodge in Liechtenstein, a private live down the M6, a posh pot noodle and golden chopsticks. Just little luxuries every now and again.